What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We're out here at the Copart lot. If there's wind noise, please forgive me. I'm trying to avoid the wind as much as possible, but it's a fairly windy day today. So we got a lot going on today. We're out here with John and Tim. We were just talking about them yesterday. Well, it's not yesterday for you guys. I forgot. It's actually Friday, but for you guys, it'll be Tuesday. So yeah, we're out here at the Copart lot, and it looks like the Mercedes is going to sell today. The people just messaged me and asked me when we can meet at the bank to pay off the loan. That hurts, but you don't want to hear about that. So let's talk about the first car of the day here. We don't have many to look at. We're looking at 6 potential cars for the lot. This is an 09 Pontiac Vibe, and as most of you know, I am a GM guy. Like, GM is my thing, but I will be the first to admit I have never seen a Pontiac Vibe. I've just never seen one. Have no experience with them. You know what I'm noticing, John? Come over here and look at the paint from this side. The whole side of the car. The doors are a different color. So is the fender.
It's kind of a botch.
Oh yeah, I didn't even see that. We were looking at it earlier and figured it looks like several things don't look right on the car, but
that rear quarter panel.
That
the doors don't.
The rear quarter panel, yeah, has like good clear coat. This has none. Like, this is like spray paint, or no, it's not spray paint, but
it's very flat.
These doors don't match the quarter panel. The rear bumper has paint coming off, so it's been she's been in an accident. You can see the paint coming off all over here. A little dent in the tailgate. I don't know, you know, and the same thing up here. Look at this. You got clear coat here, but then the rest of the top is flat. Weird.
Very weird.
Very, very strange. I don't know. But here it is. It's an 09 Pontiac Vibe with 148,000 miles on it. John almost busted his ass too.
I'm good.
I did this earlier. I'm standing back here looking at the car, and I started walking backwards to get a better view of it, and I slipped right off of this lip. Man, look how deep this is. This is no joke. And John's like, you got to be careful, man. You got to watch where you're stepping. He just about busted his. Oh, that's my dad's favorite saying. All right, have a look at it. You know, it is what it is. It's not a particularly interesting car, but, you know, for a cheap flip car for the lot, you know, around $2,000, something like that, assuming it drives well. It seems to run all right. I think it's got a bad motor mount. I'm not really interested in this one for the lot, truthfully. But if it went cheap enough, you know, $400 or $500, this would be something I'd definitely jump on to put out at the lot. So I guess let's go look at the next one. So John found this old Mercedes 560 SEC here. We decided just to swing by and have a look at it. We can't get the damn hood open. Anybody in the comment section know how the hell you open a hood on a 1990 560 SEC? Because the hood is popped and it's up, and there's a hole here, but there's nothing in here. There's holes on the side, but there's nothing in those either. There's no little tab that's come out. We can't figure it out.
And this is just the tow hook access.
Yeah, which makes me...
So it was towed in.
Yeah, it was towed in.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see under the hood of this thing, because maybe this would be something I'd bid on, or hell, maybe John will bid on it. I don't know. If the Mercedes, if my 600 sells today, I'm going to be looking for something else. So I'm going to be having my eyes open. Seat's a little ripped up right here. But honestly, for a 1990, this thing is in excellent shape. 160,000 miles. We got some Patsy Cline. All right. Look, we got lots of tapes, man. Patsy Cline, Alfred Apaka. I don't know who that is. Dance, dance, dance. Belts. Look at this stuff, man. I love these old Mercedes. I really do. And aside from this seat, it looks like the rest of the car is in really good shape. We just can't figure out how to open the hood. Look at it. I think it's a beautiful car. I would drive the living hell out of this. I would. Oh well. I guess we'll continue on. So John figured it out. He refused to be defeated on this car, and we've done some preliminary checks, and transmission fluid is very, very good. The oil is golden brown, so it's not dark, but it's not new. Air filters are clean. The hell, what was that called? The breather filter. It's been so long since I've seen one of those. I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
The breather filter is clean. It looks like somebody took really good care of this car. Look at this engine, man.
Belts don't look terribly old. I mean, it still has the Gates logo on it, at least over here.
Look at the old power steer. God, and this is a 90, but it has dipsticks, which is something the new cars don't have. You got an oil dipstick, transmission dipstick. The only slightly concerning thing to me is the coolant. There's no coolant in this bottle, and when you push on that upper hose, you can hear a little bit of gurgling, so there's some water in it somewhere. But I don't know, might be an issue with the cooling system somewhere, and that could be head gasket, or it could just be a radiator leak. Come back, take a look at the exhaust pipes real quick. There they are. See what they look like. They look pretty good, honestly. Not bad. I don't know if you guys can see in those exhaust pipes, but head gasket, a lot of times when it blows water out of the exhaust, it's so hot it actually burns the carbon out of the exhaust. So a lot of times on a car with a blown head gasket, you'll see a very clean exhaust pipe, or you'll see white residue all over it, and this one doesn't have that. It's still got plenty of carbon, because this is an old gas burner. Very inefficient car. Wonder what used to go here. Oh, nothing. That's just where the coil springs are. All right, I'll shut my mouth.
Oh. Hey, it's not ABC.
Yeah, it's not ABC, man.
Yeah.
It's got coils and shocks. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is something that this is something worth looking at, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Tim's gonna try to crank over this. This car sold like 3 weeks ago for like $1,700, which was insane. And it's an old one, like an '01 Cavalier AT&T car with 54,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
New tires, new shocks, new struts. The interior's smashed up, which is typical of these cars, but I figured we'd come give it another look. I mean, it's not a horrible car. You just, man, that dashboard. Now, I'll tell you what, there's a trick. I rebuilt one of these before, and that dashboard up there is all one part of the whole dashboard, so you got to replace everything. You can't just replace it, but if you go to a Pontiac Sunfire, that same piece on a Sunfire actually is separate from the dashboard, and you can make it fit with a little bit of fabrication. So you don't have to replace the whole dashboard. You can actually just go out and get that piece from a Sunfire and make it work. I've done it. Not that any of you are going to be interested, because how many people are rebuilding an old... Hey, I have a Sunfire.
You do?
I do. I have a Sunfire that's got a great dashboard. And interior parts.
Yeah.
Seats? Ha! I didn't even consider that. I didn't even consider that. We've got a Sun... Tim, pop the hood on this. This isn't the twin cam Ecotech. This is still the old school Ecotech, isn't it? Or it wasn't even an Ecotech yet.
No.
Oh, yeah. This is just that. That's just the 2200. That's right. I was going to say, does this have the Ecotech in it? Because parts.
What's up with the strut mounts having different bolts? Like, that one's a stud and a nut, and this one's a bolt.
I don't know.
Same over there.
Now, they replaced the struts and the shocks on it. It looks to be, like, mechanically in really good shape, but I'm telling you, like, with as dirty as this engine is, with oil and grease, that does not look like 54,000 miles to me.
Well, I think it's 54,000 miles, but who knows what idle hours are.
Well, yeah. All right, that's enough of this one. It's not all that interesting. Now we have to drive to the other lot, because there's a different location, the Moore sublot. The Moore sublot's pretty cool because they actually let you drive your car out there. You can drive your car right up to the cars you're looking at, which is pretty cool. So we'll see if we can find any Carnage here, and then we'll head over to the Moore lot. John's trying to get out of the picture.
Yep.
He don't want to be on camera. So John found this one too. I got to bring this man out here more often, because I look through every car every week, and this one was not on there. So I'm guessing they just randomly add cars as time goes on. Now, I know this doesn't look interesting to most of you, but John saw it when we were over looking at that AT&T Cavalier. He said, look at that Ford Escape with 42,000 miles on it. And I was like, no, I don't buy it. But I don't know if you can see the dash, but yeah. 42,395 miles. Now, it's missing the radio, which is no big deal. It still has all the aftermarket connectors and everything for whatever radio came in it, so we could potentially find. They did use electrical tape, and there's some wires sticking out. So
but there's the factory harness right there.
Yeah, the factory harness is here, so you just put the hopefully
unplug that and put the factory radio.
Put the factory radio. And this is 4x4, so you got auto on. This is the V6, 42,000 miles, cruise control, power everything. The steering even feels tight.
Yeah.
The tires need to be replaced. And from what we could see, the oil sticker says that it was due for an oil change on 5/12 of 15. And that would have been due at 43,346, and it's got 42,395. So this thing hasn't even driven 3,000 miles since 2015. So I don't know what happened. It does have a rebuilt title from a prior accident, and it was definitely in an accident on this side. John pointed this out too. If there's wind noise, please forgive me. You probably can't see down there, but down here there's some metal that's definitely not right, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. The core support looks good. The front end looks good. Hood opens and closes properly. The doors open and close properly. I don't see any leaks aside from a very slight coolant leak. And on these engines, the water pump is actually down here. Water pump belt is under this cover. It's weird, but that's how Ford did it. And it's definitely leaking from right where the water pump is. So considering this is an 02 with 42,000 miles on it, and we're right at 43,000. It's been sitting for years. It's going to need some service. You know, it'll definitely need a little service, but the fluids are crystal clear. Everything looks absolutely perfect. Look at the oil cap. Like, there's nothing. Not a speck of anything on it at all. And being a 4x4, like, this thing could bring some money. Even with a rebuilt title, it still looks really, really good. And it's a donation, you know, so we can only speculate as to what happened. You know, maybe...
I still want to know what this is.
Yeah, if anybody knows what this crap on the doors are, let us know. It's rough. It feels horrible, and John says that they're all like that.
They're all 4 doors.
He said all of the doors are coated in this. Like, that can't be how it comes, right? Maybe somebody painted over it, or maybe there was cloth that came off, and they painted it to try to make it look good. I don't know. That's kind of awful.
And then these seats, like... I'm assuming this is vinyl.
Yeah, this is probably vinyl. Yeah.
You got one of the headrests.
The other headrest is back there. It's a nice SUV, and there's no signs of smoking or anything. There's no cigarette burns or anything in it. Headliner's a little, iffy. We'll fire it up here in just a minute.
Hood struts work just fine.
Yeah, like this is
that just tucks back up under the weather stripping.
This is a pretty great find. Oh, look at this. It still has the little sun cover. How about that? Yeah, I like it. Let's see if we can fire this bad boy up. Well, we got it running, and I think we know what's wrong. So you put it in reverse. Yeah, there's reverse. Nothing. Put it in drive, and it will go forward, but I'm so close to this car, I'm not going to do that. But it goes in drive. You put it in reverse, and just... nothing at all. So...
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah, that's disappointing. Oh well. Now we know why it's here, though.
Yep.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plains. Sorry for the wind noise, if there is any. This mic does pretty good, but the wind is just killer today. So we've got this thing running, and honestly, man, it needed a jump, but it fired right up, like started right up. It runs good, cold air conditioning. And yes, the odometer shows 54,000 original miles. The steering feels tight, coolant looks good. All the fluids appear to be in good shape. So, yeah, maybe this will be worth something. I don't think it shouldn't go for much, but the last time I said that, it went for like $1,700 or something. I don't remember. I was blown away by how much this thing went for. And then obviously the bidder didn't pick it up. My brother's ass hanging out the car there. Yeah, 53,000 miles. She runs great. All the power windows work. Like I said, new struts, new shocks. Steering is solid. There you go. Even looks like it's got a full tank gas, man. And this was an optional gauge cluster too. Like, this was for the more premium models, for those of you that remember these cars back in the day. The original Cavalier did not come with a tach, and you did not get these, well, obviously you got a fuel gauge, but you didn't get gauges like this. They were just generic gauges. You had a big speedometer in the middle. So this was and it's got a CD player. And for 2000, That was high tech, man. So obviously you got all of this to contend with. That's a mess, but I can fix that. We could put this car back together, and this would be a great car for somebody. Let's check out something else. I've had a lot of you guys point out this Courier, and I guess you wanted me to look at it. Maybe you're new subscribers. I'll just take that into consideration, because I've actually shown this thing before. There, if I remember right, there's a big belt buckle inside of it. And it goes up for auction every week. And oh, someone took the belt buckle. Someone busted this window too. I don't recall this window being shattered.
It wasn't.
What a shame. What a shame. But yeah, there was a big belt buckle sitting in there, and it's gone now. And there was also, weren't there candy bar wrappers on the dash here? Oh, they're gone too. Yeah, there was candy bar wrappers up here that are gone, so somebody came in here and did something to it. But there you go. I don't know if you guys want to see the engine, just in case. This thing is really, truthfully, this is in exceptional condition.
Yeah.
Aside from surface rust that can all be fixed. Like
Patina.
this. Yeah, patina. There you go.
Yeah.
Look at this dashboard. I mean, this thing really is in very, very good condition. Look at the steering wheel on this. Beautiful car.
Inline 4, Tokyo Roki Company Limited. This doesn't look like
Lots of play in the steering.
Well, something this old, you can expect that.
Is this a Ford?
Yeah, it's a Ford.
Why-
See that
why
Ford
is that-
blue right there?
But
Tokyo.
made in Japan.
Well, this is going to be a Toyota Ford then, I'm thinking. This thing looks to be in really good shape.
Belt's missing here. That belt's getting ready to die.
So the AC belt is gone. Compressor clutch is good though.
Actually, somewhat new battery. 315. That is a lie.
This thing doesn't have hardly any oil on it. Not bad. There's a couple mud dauber nests on it. Check the oil. Oh, it has a drip on the bottom, so I would say there's not much for oil in it. I don't know.
Spark plugs easy to change.
Yeah, this thing, talk about easy to work on. You can pull this motor out with just your bare hands. One person could do it.
Hell, they give you a lift hook
Yeah.
right here.
It says 1980 model on that.
That's crazy.
Down there.
Here you go. I know some of you asked for it, so here it is. Let's find some Carnage vehicles. The old Impala is still here. That's old news, though. We've shown that car before. We got a burnt down F-150. Oh, look at this spider web. This is intricate. I don't know if you guys can see that. Man, I hope you can. That's a bad web. I bet you can't see it. That thing is amazing. Got the old Grand Am Gt. Love these cars. This car had a good life, though. 188,000 miles. That's pretty impressive for a Grand Am.
Yeah, it got smashed into a Geo Metro.
What is this, a Buick?
Yes, sir.
I think it's a Buick.
Buick Regal.
Buick Regal. Oh, man, I love these new Regals. I mean, I couldn't tell what it was because it doesn't so much look like much of a car anymore. Yeah. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. That's some, that's a pretty serious Carnage, man. That's... Yeah. Oh, God. Just hope there was nobody in that front seat. Really hope there was nobody in this front seat.
Does it look like the fire department used the jaws of life?
Yeah, it looks like they used the jaws of life to cut the B pillar.
So,
Yeah, they cut this. They cut this B pillar over here, so somebody was. They don't cut something.
tailgate's good.
Hell yeah, it's got a good tailgate. Don't text and drive.
Wonder if that's exactly what
In something this bad, I wouldn't even presume. I wouldn't even think to presume that they were guilty of anything where it could have been somebody else. Look at this. This is somebody got seriously hurt in this. Okay. All right. Here's another one. A Nissan Frontier. Man, they said they sawed this one apart. They straight up sawed this fender and everything right here. Look at this. Those are clean cuts. And then this is a, well, I don't know what this is. A Honda. The wheel says Honda. 2012 Jeep Liberty. But, okay. I don't know why there's a Honda part there, but it says this is a Jeep Liberty?
What the sticker says.
Yeah,
It says it's a 2012 Jeep Liberty. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, this is the roof, upside down. All the doors are off. There's the hatch, the roof. Why?
Maybe it was a chop shop? I mean, it looks wrecked. I don't know. I don't know. Like this, the way this is all twisted up looks like it was definitely in some kind of an accident. Boy, she smells rotten.
Yeah,
It smells just rotten. Horrible. We've seen this before. Mercury Grand Marquis. Looks like it took a front and a rear end collision and then blew up in flames. Kind of like what I'd like to do to the Sunfire, actually. That could be fun. Yeah. Whew. I'm pretty sure we've seen this before. There goes a cat. It's the first time I've seen an animal out here. Look at this sucker, man. I think this was a Honda. Ouch. Got a Camaro. Oh man, this Honda got it bad. Bad. This Camaro doesn't look particularly good either. Oh, this isn't a Camaro, this is a Challenger. Look at that. She got hit hard. So, this is how you do Copart right here. We got John in the driver's seat in his King Ranch F-150. Which is probably the best way to do this type of a Copart walk around. Instead of a Copart walk around, we are doing a Copart drive around, because at this particular Copart lot, they allow you to just drive around the lot. There's nobody here. There's like one guy that handles all of this, and they just let you drive back here, find your car, drive up to it, check it out. So instead of being outside in the hot sun, baking, looking for cars, you just drive around the lot, find what you're looking for, check it out, jump back in the air conditioning, cool off some more.
There's a way to do it.
Man, they got so many cars. Oh, what is that, a semi that burnt to the ground or a travel trailer?
Looks like a travel trailer.
Damn!
Looks like next
Oh, look at this. This is all their big stuff. Look at that, man. Oh, wow. I've never seen any of this stuff before. Tankers and all kinds of stuff, man. All right, so here's another one we're looking at. This is a Pontiac Grand Am Gt. This is the Ram Air. It got hit on the driver's side. Not too bad. You've definitely got a fender that's seen better days. We've got a lot of tire, and a lot of this will actually come off. A lot of these tire marks will come right out of the paint. I don't think I would even bother trying to fix anything on it. 167,000 miles. The window of this door panel's damaged. The window fell, so obviously there's a little bit of work to do in there. It got wet. I can smell that. The keys are not in it. It looks like it's missing part of the ignition there. Lots of cigarette ashes. Yeah, I think I would probably just say scratch this one. It smells awful. Doesn't look bad, but it smells just. Whew. This car, I think, needs a little more work than I'd be willing to put into it. Couldn't help but show you guys this one. Just like folded up, man. Look at that. And I guess this is the engine. Diesel motor. Oh man, it's broken apart. Wow. Jeez, look at that. 24 valve turbo diesel. The rear end, the rear differential, The oil pan is smashed. Yeah, this thing is, whew. That thing got introduced to a telephone pole, I believe.
Or a tree.
Yeah, or a tree.
Look for bark.
Well, telephone poles are made of wood too.
Telephone poles don't have bark. This was a tree.
That was a tree. Hot damn.
That's how you can always tell the difference. Telephone poles will leave a brown streak. Trees will leave.
Look at this. Wow. Yeah, bio, I'll say. Let's take a peek in here. Oh, look at all the food. There's rotting food in here.
Chicken?
Mold, and look at that.
Oh, so that's a catering tray.
Ugh. Okay, so whew, we're here to look at this Saturn Aura. Definitely took a low hit to the front end, so it's probably got some kind of subframe damage. Headlight, bumper, dents, minor dents in the fender I'm not worried about. The mirror needs to be replaced. 127,000 miles. Doesn't look too bad. It's the Aura XE. Overall, a pretty dang good looking car, I think. Very clean interior. Very nice. Yeah, this looks real good. I like this one so far. We gotta see if there's any undercarriage damage associated with that accident. Pop the hood. It's a decent little car. Very decent. I like it. You can see the damage here, nothing too significant, but we got to check out that undercarriage. It's an 0 Saturn from Allstate Insurance, and it was picked up September 10th, so very recently. Oh, that's a good motor. I like the 3.5. It's a pretty torquey engine.
Strut mounts look like they're intact.
Let's see what stories the cap tells.
Whoa. That's neat.
Not too bad.
I don't think I've ever seen an oil cap like that.
Welcome to GM, man.
It's deep.
Oil looks real good. I can tell you this, we've got more than just cosmetics. There's no coolant in the bottle there.
The radiator probably busted.
Yeah, must have smashed the radiator at the bottom. I'm going to imagine there's probably significant damage underneath then.
Something smells funky over here.
The funky smell, peek in the back of this. Don't say anything, just peek in. You'll see. I already showed, oh shit. Okay, scratch this one off the list. Yeah, there's not much anything left under. Good Lord, this thing just got demolished, man. It's fixable. I don't think I want to go that far with it, though. No, okay. We found another RX-8. This is an 07. 92,000 miles, again enhanced, does not drive. We got Batman logos all over it. Got the Apex logo there, or the rotary. Nice floor mats. Stick shift, smashed up airbag. Interior is exceptionally clean though, other than that whole airbag thing there, which is pretty common with these from sitting in the sun. Got some Mazda books. Lots of Mazda books, somebody's registration and insurance. Oh, there's wires for subs and shit in the back. But it looks like somebody has done a lot of tweaking to the engine and wires in there. So we're gonna just stay away from that one and go look at a Jeep Liberty. So this is the last one we're looking at. It's another Jeep Liberty. Those of you that have been on my channel for a while remember I had one just like it. This one's vandalized. We got this window busted out. We got this window busted out. And then we got a little bit of damage back here and a missing plastic trim piece right there. No big deal. But I want to show you guys something because this thing is a perfect example of what not to buy. So this car is listed as an engine start program, which means it runs. And somebody's definitely taken pretty good care of it. The engine is very clean. These valve cover gaskets are known for leaking like a sieve. And you can see someone has already replaced the valve cover gaskets. The coolant looks good. It's full of coolant. But when you check the transmission fluid, be warned, if you see transmission fluid that looks like this, we'll drip some on here for you.
Brand new.
This has got bright pink, nice, thick transmission fluid, maybe a little bit of Lucas in there. You probably best just to stay away from it. I know there's those of you that are going to say, oh, well, someone probably just took care of the transmission. Well, when you're talking about an auction car, especially one that's not here from an insurance company, this is a third party, which means the seller is whoever from wherever. It's a dealer only on top of that. No, stay away from transmission fluid that looks too clean. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks John, Tim, and John's big old King Ranch F-150 right there. Isn't that a gorgeous truck, man? I would blow it up in a week. I would. I'm hard on these things. Ask anybody that remembers my F-250. It didn't last more than a month. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Looks like the people for the Mercedes wants to meet up right now. So I guess we'll come back and talk about that if it sells. My battery's dead, so I got to go. Like, comment. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. I'll catch you all very soon in the next one.